Hello, and today we're going to be learning about transforms and duplications. And they're pretty useful stuff. So it's pretty good to learn them, especially if you're a beginner. And you'll see how they're really useful. Anyway, there's three types of transforms. There's location, rotation, and scale, and we're gonna get into those. But just gonna say this at the end. We are going to make a snow globe. You know, snow globes are cool, and it's a pretty easy shape to make in Blender. It's at the end, after we learn about transforms. Okay, so what are transforms? Location, rotation, and scale. Well, to demonstrate that, let's get into Blender, right? And we know how to move around and stuff, and that's cool. I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing. So when we use transforms, it's better to show them on like an object that's different from all sides. So let's just delete the cube. It's easier to visualize that way. So let's delete the cube. So just click on your cube and click on the X key on your keyboard and delete. Oh, delete. Good. Now to add in something, let's add in a new shape, right? So to do that, the shortcut keys are Shift while you're holding down Shift A, and it will bring you this add menu. But there's also, you can go to the top over here, add mesh, and we're gonna add in the monkey. That's pretty weird. Construct a Suzanne mesh. For some reason, just click on that. Yeah, and for some reason, this is there with all the basic primitives in Blender. I do not know why, but it's good for this purpose because just easier to visualize. At least I think. Alright, so let's do the first transform. Location, right? So let's move the location of Suzanne. So how you move something in Blender is you click on the key on your keyboard, G. And now it will follow you wherever your mouse goes. I want to say, oh, what? I don't know what happened. Okay. Say I want to put her here. I'll put Suzanne over there. Good. But what if, I'm just gonna undo that. Control Z, undo. What if I wanted to just go like straight up? Wait, I'm gonna go into this kind of view. To the side, click one of the buttons to go into different views. But what I want to do is I want to go just straight up. Right, is there any way to do that? Oh, sorry. In fact, there is. Oh, I'm just gonna get rid of that line. You can do G, but I just want to move it completely up. And I know that I'm a human and I will not do it. It won't be fully correct. So to lock it to a certain axis, you click on either X to lock it on the X axis, the Y, click on Y to lock it on the Y axis, or Z to lock it on the Z axis, or Z axis, which moves it up or down. So the Z or Z is up or down, the Y is this side, and the X is that other side. So let's just do it on the Z. Yeah, that seems fine for me. So how it works is you click on G to move it, and then while it's moving the thing, just do either Z, X, or Y. And what if I don't want to move it on the Y? I just don't want to move it. I accidentally click G. I mean, you can leave it and then undo it, but Control Z, nah. Okay, I'm just gonna, no. Okay, sorry. Okay, but, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. G, Y, so you can, while you're moving it like this, you can click on your right mouse button, right click, and you'll cancel all the movement. That's really useful when you accidentally click keys you just don't want it to move. Okay, so now how about we learn about rotation? But before rotation, we're actually going to do, I'm going to show you another way to move. So you can, there's this like white circle. If you click and drag in that white circle, it will follow your mouse, and once you let go of the left mouse or your preferred mouse button, then it will just leave it there. I'm gonna undo that. And same, the green one is for the y-axis, and you click and drag on the red one, it's on the x-axis, and if you click and drag on the blue one, it's the z-axis. Nice. Oh, sorry for that. Nice. Let's just, yeah, let's just move on to rotation. I'm gonna go back into select mode. Okay, now rotations. The shortcut for rotations is R, and it will follow your mouse once again, and it will like move it based on your view. So if I'm looking this way, I rotate, then it's kind of gonna rotate this way. If I look at it from this way, it's gonna rotate this way, right? But when you're rotating something, you in Blender usually do it on a certain axis, because yeah, it's just more practical. So let's do R, and then same thing, R and X to rotate on the X, R and Y to rotate on the Y axis, and then of course R and Z to rotate on the Z axis. Simple as that. And then for scale, of course, we can do S, and that's a shortcut key, and S will scale it up or down. And we can do SX, and yeah, it's gonna stretch it. SY, yeah, it's not exactly what you might want to do with a monkey. So, oh, it's not a monkey, except it's not. So yeah, you might not want to do this with a monkey, but when you're working with a shape like a cube or a cylinder, these are really useful. And then you can do RZ. Sorry, SZ. Z. Okay. Ooh, that's weird. Imagine seeing this in a YouTube video. Okay, undo. Okay, so that's pretty much all the transforms. And just like moving, there's for rotate, there's this, you can click on the rotate. And if you click on the white circle, rotate based on your view. If you click in here, it will do this kind of weird. But I mean, that's useful at times. And then if you click on the blue, it'll rotate on the Z. The green, of course, is the Y, and the red is the X. Same thing with scale. If you click anywhere like it's not one of the axes, I think that's the plural, then you will scale it up or down, and these will scale it on certain axes. Ooh. Yeah, and there's one more here. It's called transform, which is like all of them together, and that's really weird. I wouldn't suggest anyone to use it. It's really like, it's hard to use. Just use either the shortcut keys or these three buttons. Shortcut keys will really really make your workflow better though. I suggest you to use it. But if you don't want to, it's fine. Alright, now we know about transforms. And we'll learn about duplications while we're making our snow globe. So, and duplication is just like a side part. So let's get to our snow globe. Alrighty, let's delete Suzanne. Sorry, bye-bye. X to delete. And let's go Shift A and add in what looks most like a snow globe. Well, the bottom of a snow globe. Let's start from the bottom and build our way up. The bottom of a snow globe looks like a mug, but squished and with no top. So I'm just trying to describe it. It's like a cylinder, right? But I'm gonna do number pad dot to focus in on that. I want to make this like a bit squished, right? So how we would do that would be S and Z only on the Z axis, and yeah, that looks good, like a snow globe base. Do a bit more. Okay, now let's add in the globe part of a snow globe. Let's do Shift and A, and let's add in the mesh over here, and just circle. That's what most people's mind jump to when you G to move a circle. It's a 2D circle, so I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna Shift A, add in a sphere, which is the correct term, and there's UV sphere and an icosphere. Now icosphere looks a bit weird. We're not gonna add that in. let's add in the UV sphere. I don't have to go into too much of the reasoning. It's I just want to make a snow globe for you guys, with you guys. Anyways, so I scale that down a bit. I'm gonna GZ, move that up, scale it up a bit too. G and Z and scale that up, kind of. That looks nice. That looks really nice. No, I want this to be GZ scale. Okay, looks like a good snow globe to me. Now we want something inside. So, but we're not gonna go through like all the hassle of modeling something inside. Let's just add in Suzanne, the monkey. Now let's do GZ, move her up a bit, and S to scale her down. GZ. Now we have a monkey in our snow globe, but we can't see it because the globe isn't transparent. So how we're gonna do that is this is a bit like what would the word be? Advanced. I know I use that word a lot, but if she just let's go into this mode, the viewport shading mode for this top right. Just click on the fourth one, and you don't need to know what's going on here because I just want to help you make a snow globe, and we'll learn a lot about this later, like materials and all that stuff. So I just want to help you make a snow globe that looks nice. So turn up the transmission, which will make it. It's supposed to be transparent, right? And our render engine is Eevee. Let's just change that. If you go into the render properties up here, change that to cycles, and still don't need to go into all that. On the bottom, go back into our material properties while having this selected, so this will be transparent. Turn this up a bit. Now turn our roughness down. Like all these sliders, just follow what I'm doing, it's fine. You don't need to know. Okay, now we can see Suzanne in there. Let's make Suzanne pop out. So let's make the color like a green color. Greenish. Yes. Green Suzanne. And then let's make this bottom, click on new. Let's make it a blue color. That's a snow globe, right? It's pretty cool. Yeah, you made a snow globe in Blender. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you for watching this. Now you know about transforms, and you know what? If I want to duplicate my guy, because I didn't tell you about duplications. Let's do, so how you do it is Shift and D, and now it's like moving, it will follow you around and your cursor. Now on the I'm going to move it on the x-axis. I'm going to do Shift D, move it on the x-axis again. And we have a snow globe collection. Simple as that. Right, so that's pretty cool. And I'm just going to change CPU to GPU compute, because graphics card is obviously a bit faster than my CPU. Okay, again, there we go. Duplications, transforms. Oh, you can make a snow globe now, and a lot more shapes with transforms. Bye-bye. I hope you learned something from this and enjoyed it. Okay, so this is how you save your file in Blender. I'm just going to show you real quick. You go to File, Save As over here, and it will like show you this Blender file view, and you can save it wherever you want and name it, and it's just going to be called, it's going to be saved as a .blend. Yeah. Just wanted to show you that. Bye-bye.